when thou commandest me to sing. It seems that my heart would break with pride, and I look to thy face, and tears come to my eyes. All that is harsh and dissonant in my life melts into one sweet harmony, and my adoration spreads wings. Like a glad bird its flight across the sea. I know thou takest pleasure in my singing. I know that only as a singer I come before thy presence. I touch by the edge of the far-spreading wing of my song thy feet which I could never aspire to reach. Drunk with the joy of singing, I forget myself, and call thee friend, who art my Lord.
Art as the only bridge to the divine. Every artist knows this moment, the trembling before the act of creation. In Poem 2, Tagore stands not as a composer choosing his subject, but as one chosen. The command to sing does not come from within. It arrives from the divine, and in that arrival, something proud breaks open in him. Pride, not arrogance. The pride of the instrument that knows it is being played by the greatest musician of all. The dissonances of ordinary life, the failures, the silences, the grief, all resolve into harmony the moment he opens his throat to sing. This is the alchemical promise of devotion. Not that suffering ends, but that it becomes music. And then the extraordinary confession. Drunk on song, he forgets himself so completely that he calls God his friend. The distance collapses. The devotee and the divine become, for a moment, equals. Not because the devotee has risen, but because song dissolved the boundary. Pride, tears. The heart would break with pride, yet tears come. Tagore refuses to separate exaltation and grief. The highest joy carries within it a quality of unbearable tenderness. Sacred art doesn't make us happy, it makes us full. Harsh, harmonic. All that is harsh and dissonant in life becomes one sweet harmony. This is not denial of suffering. It is the claim that suffering, when offered as song, is not erased, it is transfigured. The dissonance is still there, woven into the harmony. Distance, touch. He cannot aspire to reach the divine feet, yet, by the edge of the far-spreading wing of my song, he touches them. Impossibility and intimacy coexist. Song reaches where the self cannot. Art is not the artist, it exceeds the one who made it. Forgetting, calling. Drunk with the joy of singing, I forget myself and call thee friend, who art my Lord. This is the mystical core. Ego dissolution is not reached through discipline but through the ecstasy of creation. The boundary between devotee and God dissolves, not through effort, but through song.
The biographical weight. Tagore wrote Gitanjali in 1908 to 1910, in close succession to the deaths of his wife Mrinalini Devi, his daughter Renuka, and his father Debendranath Tagore. The harsh and dissonant in the second movement is not a poetic device, it is autobiography. Knowing this transforms the poem from spiritual philosophy into an act of survival. The alchemy he describes is the very alchemy that produced the book. The Ball Connection. Tagore grew up near Ball wandering singers in rural Bengal, mystic minstrels who believed God could only be reached through song, through the body, through the moment of performance itself. Poem 2 is deeply Ball in its theology. The 5 modes of bhakti, Panchabhava. The final movement of the poem, where the devotee calls God friend, is actually a precise arrival at Sakhya Bhava, the friendliness mode of devotion in Vaishnava theology. Tagore knew exactly what he was doing. The philosophical traditions it speaks from. Bhakti Yoga. Devotion as the path. not ritual, not asceticism, but the surrender of the self through love. Song is the highest act of bhakti. It requires the whole being, not just the intellect or the will. Nishkama karma, action without ego ownership. In the Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna, "Let right deeds be thy motive, not the fruit which comes from them." Tagore's artist sings not for acclaim, the act itself is the offering. Sufi Sama. Sama, the practice of sacred music in Sufism, holds that music can annihilate the ego self, fana, and produce union with the divine. Tagore's Drunk with the Joy of Singing is this exact state, intoxication as nearness.